is up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, day traders, closet swing traders? Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Hope you guys held up well. Yesterday, we definitely have. Yesterday was a little bit of a kind of chop, slower day, especially in the morning. I think afternoon picked up a little bit, but for the most part, kind of choppy. At least today, it looks like we are getting a little bit of action. SPY is just kind of hanging out. Only a small inside day still for the spies. We'll see if I can get some momentum, but some individual names are showing up, but not showing up like you guys. You guys are piling on in. We got Alan House. Good morning to you. We got Albert. We got Art. Good morning to Bill, Corey, David, D, George. We got Julian House. Good morning to Jay, Joe, JT. We got Kevin Stone. Mary's gonna rock with us. Good morning to Miguel, Randy. Rock is in the house. Good morning, Tim, Win, Wally. All my peeps out of YouTube land. We got Daniel. We got M Sky in the house. All my lurkers in the background. That's okay. Just hit that like and subscribe button, and maybe even hit that share. Maybe hit that share. We'll see. I know we got a full house today. Loving it. Let's go. All right, so we got Spy again. A little bit of a gap up. So interesting spot if we were to throw a quick fib on this one. And again, it's an okay fib. But we can still draw one. Throw a little fib right there. This got us essentially a pullback from this initial gap up to the high of it. Actually, this comes down a little bit more. This comes into like there. So almost into that 618, very, very close to it. So if this entire move was kind of the beginning of the next leg up, which maybe it is, definitely a good, strong gap, good candle, broke out of some decent pivots. And now we kind of had one more retest day. That's this day. This is kind of just retesting into here. We're still holding. We're actually opening above that 50. There's a lot of individual names on the move today that is doing pretty well. Spy, I'm surprised, is actually not a little bit higher from here. Oddly enough, but pre-market we got up to like 507-ish. So we were at one point a little bit higher. But this is a decent spot for some of these bulls, maybe that missed this gap or was on the wrong side of the short to try to get out of some of their positions and maybe look to continue bullish. So that's the direction I want to still lean. I will watch the low of yesterday. There could still be a little bit of a if we go bearish, there could be a little bit of a trap on this one still. Because we're not at the 618 yet. We're very close to it. Let me just get some of those VPOCs on here as well. There we go. Perfect. Looking at resistance on this one, 506.88. So that's the first step we got to get above. Then we got to get to 507.48. The one after that takes us back to 508.41. So 508.41 on the SPY is gonna be my much bigger resistance. What's up, Slep tone. So we'll see. But now we do have a little bit of 3 spots of resistance on the bull side. So we'll see how crazy we want to go today. Notably, the one thing besides the fact that we just had a kind of bearish day yesterday is that VPOC did move down below the last 2. So this is obviously the first one only. So just something to put some caution to, but nothing crazy in saying that we're definitely getting some kind of a crazier pullback. At least not yet. We've got the Qs. We're opening above yesterday's VPOC, so I want to see 437.74 holds. I'm also looking at resistance not too far above us, somewhere around 438.39. And then if we get past that, I think we should be good in a bullish direction. But obviously, probably the open of what was that, Friday's candle? So somewhere around 439.68. And then maybe the high of the day, so that would be about 440. So a couple of psychological spots. Otherwise, we've done nothing but really just consolidate the last 2 days. Again, good bullish move, great close, little consolidation. And then we'll have to see where we open in 24 minutes. But if we could get above that support, I think that'd be great. We got another support immediately below us, 437.38. So we're starting to build out a little bit of a stronger support on that one. Let's check TLT. TLT with a little bit of a gap down. This should be a retest gap. We also are gapping into a little support on this one. I would think that we get some kind of profit taking on this candle. Get us back to like 93.52. That should be our resistance on this one. And then maybe we get some kind of potential roll or inside day. We still got all these moving averages, got some high volume areas above us as well. So a little bit of a probably indecision, slightly more to the bear side, but I think we get that bull pop on TLT. And then we have to see if we can really start getting above probably 93.52. If we get TLT to cooperate, we could be good. We could be good. Lucian wants to take a look at AI. Yep. If you guys have any tickers you want to take a look at, let me know. Throw those into the chat. We'll go through those as quickly as possible. But we got AI, nice little gap up. This is a retest gap. I think this one could go a little bit further at open, so I would be expecting maybe a small pullback on this one. Let me get this one higher on the lists. Even though it's a retest gap, and we could definitely come down, retest the entire day. I'd actually be looking for only maybe a small little reversal into like 29.20, see if that could hold. If we start to lose that, the next spot down is probably $29. We also have the close of yesterday, 28.90. And then it starts getting a little uglier. Not that it's a huge sell off, but could retest down, looking for a stronger support somewhere around 28.11. I would love to see this thing hold. To the higher side, though, we got 29.87 as my first stop. If we're able to break that, then we have a really good trade. That takes us up to probably 31.17. The AI story is back. I don't know if it went anywhere, but it's kind of back. So we'll see that one, but we'll throw it high on the list. A little bit of consolidation and probably see if there's at least a little bit of a pullback first. Coinbase, I guess I don't need these little lines on my chart any longer since we had a crazy breakout day. Bitcoin, I think, was kind of running last night, but then for the most part, after the initial pop, stayed kind of flat. And I haven't checked it this morning, but Coinbase, obviously not all-time highs. I think 380 or something like that would be that zone. This should be a retest, I think, for a fade. Yeah. If we're going out a little bit, let's even go to the weekly chart. It still looks bullish. It probably needs some profit taking. Weekly chart. I mean, even on the weekly, I don't have that much that could really take us down from this point. 216, 13, maybe. But I would love to see if this one could pull back a little bit. Pull back a tad. And then I still think the bullish direction is a play on it. We just got to figure out how to get into this thing for day trade. I just don't think I want to be the first one to buy it bullish at open. If we get a little pullback into 193.33, that would look pretty decent, I think. We got Airbnb. Cute little gap. Not we had some decent volume yesterday, nothing too crazy. First target is 151.17. I'm not gonna be able to make that much off of that. But then the next target probably for today, I think we could hit this 152.13. If it breaks it, we have still an okay trade. I mean, next spot is 153.09. I like that we use this little moving average of support a few times. We stood our ground for the bulls right there, and this is a gap and go. All right. Targets are the biggest thing for me on this one, but otherwise I would not mind being bullish pretty quickly on that one out of the gate. So definitely add that to the list. Corey wants to take a look at Tessie. Santilla says Bitcoin 57K all-time high. I thought Bitcoin was like 64,995 or something like that for all-time high on Bitcoin. I could be wrong. But I think Bitcoin was higher than 57. We'll take a look at that in a second. We got Tesla. Nice gap up. We have this swing trade out on the table, so we just need a little bit more. This is a retest gap, which kind of annoying, but this would be a 2 Rs if we get hit. We still need about $2 pop at open. It could definitely happen. There's not a lot of, even if we're looking at the volume areas. I mean, we're kind of a lower liquidity zone. We definitely have some room, even to I think 212, and that could happen today. I don't know. I don't know if that one does. But we're going to start to get into this higher volume zone. So if you guys remember, whoever was with me, when did we set this up? Thursday. We set this up on Thursday in the afternoon room. By the way, I'll be filling in for Jeremy for the afternoon room today too. So if you guys have any tickers for that, you want to shoot it to me in Slack, we'll cover those. But really nice gap. This is a retest gap, so that's definitely there. This is a bullish engulfing candle. There's people profitable. I would love to, and I'm just trying to manifest this one, but I would love like a little pop, $2 in a bullish direction here. Get us out of this trade, then come back for the retest. Is there still a chat pane for the afternoon room? Like the chat pane that you're talking on now? Brian just says I'm here. I see nothing. I'm very confused, Cindy, but you're legitimately typing into the chat pane right now. You're actually typing into it as we speak. So I'm kind of confused, but there is. You should see everybody else's comments. You are also on everyone, so everyone should be able to see your comment too. But yeah, this is a good gap. Again, for me, I'm in this one. I want to see how this pans out. I hope that we get some kind of initial pop. We get taken for the 2 Rs. That'd be terrific. Otherwise, I don't mind sitting through this one. And then we could also look for a day trade. Because I'm in a swing, I'll probably go very gentle on Tesla today on getting in there aggressive. Obviously, if you're not in a swing trade, you have a little bit more, I think, options and freedom to trade it if you want. But for me, if this one comes down and I really want to see this thing into like this $200 zone, $200 and 1 penny, then I don't mind taking a day trade on it. What would be even better is if we pop up to targets, we hit that one, then it comes down to our 200 zone and we're able to play it again on a day trade. Oof, that would be fantastic. I don't know if that happens, but we'll see. But this is a good gap. Again, there's not a lot of volume into our target, so I think our target's doable. And then the question is how soon after the bell. That's about it. But this inverted head and shoulders looks beautiful, playing out very nice. There's your neckline. That was your retest to it. And Tesla could start the little bit of reversal. And again, very, very strong resistance, though, somewhere around 208, 209. So that would even be my target today in terms of some kind of a day trade if I saw a good high wave candle out of the gate, something like that. Yeah, the Slack channel is still there for the swing. Yeah, if you're looking for the Slack channel, that's still there. Yep. All right, NCLH. I think they had either news or earnings. Did they have earnings come out? Yep. So surprise earnings to the downside, missing by 6 pennies, about 54% off of estimates. And you got surprise revenue, $26 million. But they're gapping up. I think that gap up comes from some kind of news that they put out. Let me see if I can find that real quick. If you guys know what the news is, let me know. Norwegian Cruise Line Holdings reports results for a quarter ending in December, yada, yada, yada. Forecast changes. The mean earnings estimate the analysts had risen 3.1%. Nation's current average rating for shares is a buying. Wall Street medium 12-month price target is $18. I think it was something on guidance that they put out there. I don't know if they were raising, I don't believe they were raising more money. Adjusted earnings per share. I have the adjusted. Oh, the adjusted earnings. I got you. All right, so the adjusted earnings per share. Got you. So they probably a little bit of increase on that. But yeah, nice gap. Huge resistance up here. This is a pretty good gap and go. Even if we start to break this resistance, I got 1774. Then you got 1792. And according to that article that we just read, the medium target for Norwegian is about $18. So we're cutting it close on this gap, even though it is a gap and go. I'd want to be comfortable saying I think we get to like $20. And I don't know about for a day trade, but for a swing trade, um, that would be encouraging to get above all that little resistance and be like, okay, there's something to shoot for. But we are right into a very heavy level. Let me see some volume areas from back here. The good news, if we start to break a little bit higher, again, this is where kind of the top of that volume area is. So if we can go a little bit higher, the next immediate target I think I got is about 1818. And that's some volume, nothing too crazy, 1827 into that range. After that, we got really nothing till about 1949. So we do have a little bit of room. I think this is going to be an area that the Bears want to protect a little bit, get some profit taking on, push this thing down a little bit. And that would also make DJ pretty happy too. Just so I could probably get a trade set up. So it definitely has room if it wants to break. Oh, here's that little lid thing I was looking for. Perfect. All right, we got Pan W on the list. Mm-hmm. Uh, I took out some calls back on this day. What was it, Thursday? Friday, I think it was. On this day. So I got some calls for April 310. Those are up massive. I also figured I don't think we hit 315 this week, so I sold some calls against it for 315 expiring this week. So I kind of want this thing to come down. We still got 3 days. We'll see what happens. I don't know, but I'm kind of limiting myself on the upside to that one, and we'll probably hit essentially max profit. Should have waited, I guess, till yesterday, but my crystal ball is in the shop getting fixed. So we'll see what happens. Otherwise, yeah, really, really good gap. All momentum in this thing. Uh, the last volume on this thing is about 306.94. This is two strong days in a row. I would see if we can get a little bit of a pullback on this one. I'm not sure. We have a little bit of a good volume area. Again, the Pelosi report came out and she was buying deep in the money calls on this thing. That's encouraging based on her performance history. But yeah, one little support resistance. It does look like we're above the support right now. This thing does have the ability to probably hit 330 today. I think we might even hit that thing pre-market too. We didn't get quite there. We got 322.72-ish was the high. So not bad on that one. All these moving averages, even on a small time frame, still look good. I would love to see some kind of a pullback on this one after two massively bullish days in a row. See if we get some profit taking at open. But I'm also very biased. I want this thing to be on the 315. I don't know if it's gonna happen because then I could close those calls out, still have my long calls and go with some sell some higher ones. I didn't think it was gonna happen that quickly, but it's on the move. So we'll see if we get any type of pullback. Again, nice little drop into probably even this VPOC 306.35 would be a great spot to look bullish and see what happens from there. But it does look good. MU to 100 for a swing. Swing. What a gap. What a bananas gap. Um, it's a gap and go, not outside of the range of yesterday yet. I really want to go bullish, but I'm going to try to tempt myself to have some kind of resistance, some kind of discipline. Phenomenal gap, though. Especially if this thing opens. In fact, let me get MU on my other chart ready because if we get some kind of pullback, that'd be great. MU. What I want to see happens doesn't mean it's going to happen, but I think I got to wait for it in case it does. And somehow I lost that entire chart. Oh. Mm-hmm. Oh, here it is. Okay. I moved everything around on my screen somehow. Somehow I figured out how to mess it all up. But I got MU on my TOS ready, so we can take a look at that. MU, good, perfect. So what I would like to see again, if you're bearish on this one, which I don't think many people are, but if you are, at least you have some kind of resistance up here. You throw a stop at like 92.46, look for that fade. I don't think I'd want to be bullish on it. Um, I would love to get it to like this $90.57 zone. So inside day, you might have some profit taking. Good volume yesterday, obviously with that gap. Um, we're almost at all-time highs on this gap, so maybe that's a case where some people might want to take some profits. But yeah, I like this one for continued bullishness, and then the question is where. So again, a little patient at open looks good. If I could get as close as possible to $90.61, even throw my stop at like 88.83, that gives me roughly $2. And then we could even have a nice 2 hour trade, 3 hour trade, something like that. If you're aiming for 100, if your target is 100, just be cautious that everybody else's target is also 100. That's where you get that. Oh yeah, no, I was actually going through adding some of the days, but I got to add that one too. Um, but yeah, MU, everybody else is going to target 100. That's where that psychological whole number comes in. So most likely it probably gets up to 96, 97, pulls back a little bit, dances around, hits 100, rejects it, and there'll probably be some effort for Micron to get through that $100 move. But I do think that's definitely headed in that direction. It looks like, so that's decent. Slep says I think polka dot is going up a lot, trending lately from yeah, polka dot. I would also say Ethereum too. I think polka dot moves. I mean, everything's gonna move because Bitcoin moves, but Ethereum is up on a nice move, and polka dot I think is gonna push similar to that. Kava, Kava, gap and go again. Small resistance. Whether any of these resistance holds or not is a whole different thing. This is on earnings, so you're not able to break through the resistance on the initial pop from earnings, at least to where we open. But look for like 55.05 as some kind of probably people want to take some kind of profits there. Again, nice steady pace to the higher side. This was a scary little pullback for some. And this might be your opportunity if you were one of those guys sitting in there on the panic of, man, either number one, why did I buy from February 8th on the most bullish stock ever, besides Nvidia? But on this run up, pretty much you're buying at the highs. They're questioning all their life decisions on this gap down, but now you have the chance to get out. And then if somebody else did not take profits, this might be a zone to take profits. So this one could get a little bit more to the choppy side, I think. The other one is SoFi. It's not in there too, Vision. I got to add that too. Uh, can't see it either. Yeah, no. Slep says I can't see those comments. There's two rooms right now. So we have the YouTube room, which we do live for free with you guys from 9 to 9:30 a.m. So we got 4 more minutes left, and then I have the other chat, which is we trade live together. So if you do want to get onto that side, you have to go to reallifetrading.com and then subscribe to whichever room fits you best. But then you'll be trading with us till 12 noon. Brian says, I don't understand what's happening with ALB. It's trying to gap above yesterday. I don't know if it's real anymore. Yeah, no, it's not supposed to gap up. That's nonsense. That's nonsense. I don't trust it now either. When it does good things, I don't know. But nice almost $5 move. We'll take it. We've been patiently waiting on it. So we'll take it. We sat through probably the worst of it. We got, oh, hopefully the worst of it, but we got little inverted head and shoulders. This probably fades down because it's ALB, and they're not going to let you just get away with one like that. So this one probably fades down. Look for some kind of support now, though, somewhere around this like 122.96. So I wouldn't be surprised if this gap fades and then pushes. But overall on this little chart, and again, as soon as those earnings came out and I saw the little kangaroo games they were playing on it, that was I was like, I think they're just pushing out some last minute people on this one, and I think we start that little uptrend. So far we've been good on that one. And again, if we can get back in there, even though this is a lower low, longer term, that could be a good looking, interesting double bottom. And we just start to make that move finally, hopefully, and we will see. VXTK. VXTK. I don't know this one. Let's see. VXTK. Oh, never mind. VKTX. Viking Therapeutics. I heard of them. Yeah, it is a biotech play. Up massive. My guess is some kind of news or something got approved. There you go. Yeah, is this Ozempic? Did they do the Ozempic drug? People just not gonna eat no more. That means short Cracker Barrel, short McDonald's, short grocery stores. But yep. So this is news. You will get in biotech these crazy news. Be very careful. I'd almost want to say short, like play the short, but these things go crazy. So I tend to stay away from biotech because I like to make money in the market, which you could definitely make with some of those plays. But the consistency of making money for me on those plays, because they move so wild, it gets crazy. So I try to just stick to the formula. But there is traders who will trade this if this one sets up. It could get some decent pushes. This is all-time highs. So we've seen a lot of things at all-time highs go higher. I think this one probably gets that opportunity to do that. But that's a lot of buying into this. People sat through this thing for probably years, and every single person is profitable. So just on what you would think should happen on this one would be that you're going to probably get some profit taking, and most likely there's a fade opportunity in this one. Unity Software. So that one was a little bit of a something different than the rest of the market, at least. So we are gapping down on Unity Software based on their earnings. They did beat. I don't know if they lowered guidance. Oh, that's the morning bell already. That's crazy. But this one does look a little bit different. Still into a little bit of support. Let's see if we can get bid up to, I don't know, probably like 30, 45. If we can get there, that would make a better short opportunity. Everybody on YouTube, unfortunately, that morning bell means I got to disconnect. You guys are absolutely incredible. Make sure on the way out, you guys hit that like and subscribe button. And we'll be back with you guys tomorrow.